Alright, hello everyone. Looks like just about everything is in order. Let me know if my audio sounds okay, because I haven't tested it since resetting this computer, unfortunately. But I think it should be fine because it did the exact same thing I did last time. Alright, that's good. Looks like people are starting to come in. Hello Mothfan, hello Sealy, hello Fish. Good to see everyone. Hey Max. Alright. So I really wanted there to be at least one Invitational in the Maiden and Spell community in the year 2023. But nobody else was able to make it happen just yet. Whether it be due to scheduling conflicts or just not having the time just yet, which is understandable. But either way, nobody else hosted an Invitational this year, so I thought I would host a small one with 8 players who have been around lately and playing the game. And if you didn't already know, Verz has kindly offered to give a $50 cash prize to the winner of this tournament. So that's something that'll make it a little bit more exciting. But either way, I look forward to seeing how everyone does. I think that win or lose, we can expect some pretty good performances today. Alright, the lobby is open. It looks like AC is already in. Yes, it fulfills 2 of my rules of major tournaments. I hope we can call this one a major tournament. Alright. People are already filing into the lobby. Good to see, good to see. We've already got 4 of our players, just waiting on the other 4. Oh, and by the way, I did turn on predictions for this tournament, so everyone is free to make bracket predictions, and we'll give a little shout out to the winner at the end. I think the bracket looks all good, so I will start accepting predictions now. I'm not going to create one myself, but everyone else can feel free to. And we'll give a little bit more time for everyone to show up. Hello everyone. We're live again. Something was wrong with OBS, I think, so the stream went down for a bit. I do hope that everything's working now. Hopefully people will say something in the chat if I'm audible again. Got a gah from Fish. The stream did die, yes. Okay, the stream's good again, according to AxemJinx, so that's good news. Oh, the lobby died? Okay, I should probably remake that. I did change my internet after all, so probably a good idea to recreate it. Should have thought of that sooner. The lobby is back up, and it looks like AC, Jahvaro, and Max have already rejoined, so that's good news. And Jinx as well. Alright. We'll give a little longer to accept predictions. Looks like we've got 3 already. Okay, having 5 out of 8 players in the lobby is a good sign. Oh, Mothfan, it is a per match thing. You predict the outcome of each individual match. I'll give a little more time for that to happen. We want to have a little fun with this. Looks like Jahvaro and iLLy are doing a little connection test. That's fair enough. I do hope my lobby's going to be okay. That unfortunate incident in the beginning of the stream was not something you want to see. I think just about everyone's going to be around though. So you know what? Let's declare now we'll have 5 more minutes to run in predictions. In the meantime, let me just talk about something. Despite 2023 involving the latter half of patch 4, it's been a pretty good year for M&S. We've gotten our players back. We have people playing the game again. It could be a little more active, but we have more members of the community than we have in a long time, and I think that's a good sign. I wouldn't say the community's in the best place it's ever been, but I'm optimistic about the future of the Maiden and Spell community. I just wanted to put that out there. It's nice to have the community in a good spot. The most concurrent players since March 2020. That's amazing. March 2020, for those who don't know, was shortly after the game released at the end of February 2020. I've said before, we could be entering a second golden age of M&S, but can't say for sure. I think all the sales have helped, though. So that's been a definite plus. Oh, and Rabbit and Steel, as AxemJinx says, was definitely a factor. I think it got more people interested in the game. I agree, Sealy. I absolutely agree. I think it could happen if Rabbit and Steel kicks off when it launches. Alright, I'll give it 2 more minutes. Looks like we aren't getting very many more oh, we did get one. Okay, so 1 prediction from Mothfan, 1 from iLLy, another from Sealy, and an anonymous prediction. By the way, I don't know if I intend to stream all the matches. We'll see how we feel once we're done, but I will stream everything in Winners Round 1. Okay, it looks like the time I set was just about up. So let's start the tournament. I'll put callouts. iLLy versus AC will be the first streamed match, although both of them are in-game right now, so we'll give that a little bit of time. Oh, looks like they're up. All right. I did not turn on blind pick, did I? Let me change that right now. It should be good now. My apologies. All right. Here we go, whenever they're ready. I'll just say I'm ready just in case iLLy was waiting for me. Alright, first match of the tournament, it's iLLy's Storm versus AC's Worm. AC picking the character he's best at, iLLy picking a character that iLLy's saying they're enjoying lately. And iLLy's Storm has gotten a lot stronger in recent days. I think iLLy's picked up a good style that at least works well against Sun. A little bit better than the Charge Shot style, maybe. Or at least that's what I think. But Charge Shot style is still a thing that iLLy does, and obviously you should go for it when it's a good idea. And iLLy seemed to have AC in a bit of a corner just now, but AC managed to get through it. Unfortunately gets cornered immediately after, and Nobi Fire is not enough to escape, and unfortunately AC strays a little too far and runs into a wide. Very unfortunate. Ooh, those were some good wide dodges by AC, but just barely couldn't do the last one. Alright, nice escape by AC there. Struggling to take a single hit off iLLy though. Yeah, iLLy's dodging is just too good, unfortunately. AC barely Nobi Fires through a basic though. And min walls are coming soon. I don't know whether that's good for Storm or Worm. Ooh, good move by iLLy. Doing a barely charged basic. Okay, this time AC probably really wants to take a hit. Unfortunately runs into some wide, but does get the first hit on iLLy. Unfortunately, AC's laser's just not lining up with the basics all the way. AC taking a hit. I don't know if that aggression was the best idea there, because AC got in a bit of a corner, and although he could have gotten out of that one, unfortunately iLLy gets the next hit. And just one more will take the first game. And that's going to be it. That's one game for iLLy. Oh no! iLLy gets an early lead, manages to dodge from the corner, and catches AC with a wide. Okay, this time around, iLLy seems to be really focusing on that charge style. At least compared to when iLLy and I played the other day. Probably just because it's better against Worm. And it seems to be doing a pretty effective job as AC is already down to 1 heart. Although 2 of those hits were due to wide, so hard to say. Okay, nice dodge by AC. Nice flash step by iLLy. Ooh, AC going for some risky moves to put on pressure, but it does not pay off. Nice Nobi Fire. iLLy too far away to do anything about it. iLLy, or AC rather, using that laser to make space, and actually does catch iLLy with a basic. Ooh, nice move by AC. Whoa! I'm not sure how AC even made it through there. Ah, very unfortunate. AC was doing some real good dodging. Unfortunately, that's going to be a hit. I expected iLLy to charge there, but it got a hit anyway, so... Ooh, nice hit. AC evening up the score. Not out of this game yet. AC only hope was to dive in, but did not get the hit in time, and iLLy takes the last hit for the win. Okay, I should probably actually press the start the tournament button. And we will give iLLy the first game. Okay, next is going to be Jahvaro versus AxemJinx. Indeed, you have to take a bit of a daring approach to dodging Storm's basics sometimes. Alright, here we go. All set. Yeah, it is interesting to think about what characters we might see. Okay, Jinx going with Depth against Jay's Frost. Alright, Jinx playing pretty passively, just waiting for those walls to close in. Jay ramping up the pressure a bit with some charge basics, and does get the first hit on Jinx. Ooh, a surprise shotgun, I suppose. That almost got Jay, but hitboxes just did not line up. Nice shotgun, though. Alright, it's going to be another hit on Jinx. Score is evened up. Nice dodges by Jinx there. Good stun wave. Okay, a bit cornered, but Jinx doesn't close the gap. Ooh, risky shotgun there. And that's going to be one card for Jay. Alright, Jinx once again playing the slow game. But a surprise shotgun hit gets Jay once again. I keep calling these surprise shotgun hits, but haven't entirely paid attention to whether Jay's cooldowns are up or not. Alright. Another hit for Jinx. But Jay gets the first hit of the card. Oh. Unfortunate. This isn't looking too great for Jay right now. Nice roll though. And Jay gets another hit. And Jay gets yet another hit. Pressure is really raining down on Jinx, and dodging under pressure is that much harder. That is one round for Jay. We'll see if Jinx is going to switch or stay. No, Jinx is going to stay. Okay. Nice shotguns by Jinx, but Jay did have that roll up. Ooh, good wide. Okay, the arena, I think it was at min size until that hit happened. But Jay gets another hit. Ooh, that was a scary situation for Jay, but manages to get out of it. And another scary situation. Wow! Some amazing moves by Jay right there, and lands a hit on Jinx. And another hit. That was a risky shotgun. Oh, Jay gets clipped by the basic. And that's going to be it for card 1. A little bit of spectator bug. Okay, Jay lands an early hit. That's going to be huge. Jay rolls at just the right time. Seems like Jay's doing really well this time around. Even against depth. Well, I mean, that's to be expected from a strong player like Jay, but... still impressive to see a Frost survive against a depth like this. Alright, Jinx backs up into a basic. And that's the last life for Jinx. Having to micro those basics one after another, and eventually they catch up. And Jay takes the sack. Alright, Kewpie versus Hobo's next. Kewpie is here. Okay, I'm just reading chat real quick. Is there any footage of an expert set of depth beating a Frost badly? Honestly, not that I can think of. Okay, Hobo on the left, Kewpie on the right. Alright, here we go. And as Jinx points out, depth isn't Jinx's best character. It was a pretty good depth, but not as strong as Jinx's Frost. Alright, Kewpie gets the first hit with a wide. Kind of dancing around the Red Hood a bit, as you'd expect to see from classic Red Hood versus Storm. Hobo manages to get some space, but Kewpie's already right back in there. Unfortunately, bonks a wide. I say bonk, but I do think that in this matchup, Red Hood can use her wide smartly to make some space. Alright, that's a random wide hit on Hobo though, and Kewpie's charge basic finishes card 1 at lightning speed. Nice little move there by Kewpie following that basic. Did you guys see that? That was pretty cool. Really good dodges by Kewpie, but equally good on Hobo for keeping up the pressure. And Kewpie does run into, I think, the wide hit first. Or it could have been the knives, I'm not entirely sure. Either way, Hobo gets a second hit, but Hobo randomly hits a wide. Okay, Kewpie hits a wide. Kewpie charges at Hobo in the face. Gosh, it's hard to commentate this, it's happening so quickly. Nice knife dodges by Kewpie, but unfortunately Kewpie crashes into a wide. Alright, good hit. Good hit by Hobo. Hobo's a bit trapped though, and that's going to be a hit. And another hit, Hobo runs into the wide, but Kewpie runs into a wide. That's one more hit for Kewpie, and that's going to finish the round. One game for Kewpie. Okay, Jinx says that Jay's depth does well against Jinx's Frost, so that's good to know. Alright, Kewpie and Hobo are both going to stay. Alright, Kewpie gets an early hit with a wide, and charges basic in Hobo's face. Hobo trying to stay still, but just in time, Kewpie puts down a basic. Hobo does have a hit, but It's a lot of deficit that Hobo needs to make up. Luckily, those knives start doing the job. Good flash step. Ooh. And a wide catches Hobo for the finish. Alright, once again, a wide catches Hobo. A double hit. I only saw Hobo get hit at first, but Kewpie ran into a wide at the same time. Random wide hits Hobo though, and this is looking bad for Hobo. He's really going to need to change things up. Trying to put out those focus knives, but they're just not catching Kewpie. Kewpie does run into a random wide though, and this could be Hobo's chance. Oh, but a random wide catches Hobo, and Kewpie takes the set. Alright, last up is going to be Jahvaro versus Max. Alright, here they go. Really curious to see how this one goes, because I haven't seen Max play in a while. At least not Sun. Yeah, okay, let's start. All is well. I wonder if Max will play Sun, though. We could easily see something else funny, like Lich. Okay, Max does not want Spell Awakened, and that is within the rules of the tournament, that one can request Jewel Box. Okay, Max is going to play Sun against Jahvaro's Frost. Okay, that's a lot of wides for Jahvaro to dodge, but Jahvaro just rolls through them all. Max is setting up another mini wall, and the gap is kind of closing, but Jahvaro finds another one. Alright, diamonds are coming out, but only for a bit. Probably a good call. You don't want to hold them too long against Frost. Jahvaro not taking an active approach, as is par for the course with Jahvaro, and min walls is coming. Alright, Jahvaro gets the first hit. Whoa, nice dodges by Max there. I was holding my breath waiting to see if Max could do it. Unfortunately, Max doesn't keep it up there, and Jahvaro takes another hit. Jahvaro just sidestepping all of his problems. Not really going for stun, but ooh, I wasn't looking, but it looks like Jahvaro got hit by a diamond. Nice diamonds by Max. Probably a good time to use them. Doesn't get a hit, but I always like to see decent diamond timing against Frost. Max does get another hit, though. And another hit. But Jahvaro gets an early hit on Max. sits inside that basic and just goes for the basic of his own. And Jahvaro, unfortunately, rolls into a wide. That's going to be one card for Max. Alright, Jahvaro gets the first hit, much earlier than last time. Uh-oh, Jahvaro's getting in there, forces out a Dispel. Jahvaro has burnt a Stun Wave, but that window of opportunity quickly disappears for Max. Max does get a hit with Diamonds though. Does a bit of melee, but Jahvaro gets out of it. Whoa! Really good dodges by Max. Unfortunately, good dodging comes at the cost of good pressure, and I don't think Jahvaro was ever in that much danger there. Oh! Was that a wide? Well, either way, Jahvaro gets hit by something in the corner. Another hit on Max though, and suddenly Jahvaro has another shot. And Jahvaro wins the card. We are going to card 3. Okay, Jahvaro opens with a Stun Wave for some reason. That was interesting. Alright, Jahvaro gets the first hit of the card on Max. But if Max gets out of this one, it wouldn't be the first time. Ooh. Unfortunate diamond positioning. Jahvaro just waiting out the Dispel. Oh no, Jahvaro doesn't have enough time to go through that basic. Max bonks a basic though. Oh no! Jahvaro lingers in that basic for just a little too long. This is a really close game, but so far Max has the advantage. I say so far, I should say at the moment, because it's gone back and forth. Nice Dispel by Max. Diamonds don't catch Jahvaro. Max spamming basics, but none of them catch Jahvaro that time. Max goes in for some melee. Good move, I think. Even though it doesn't get a hit. Ooh, Max gets hit though. Max is going to dive in for some melee. Good dispel. Wanted to keep things safe. Not too many wides on the screen right now. Max is trying to fill it up. But Jahvaro gets the final hit, just barely, and takes the first game. Alright, both players are staying. True. Alright, Jahvaro getting a little food or something. Okay, and ready's up just in time. Jahvaro not even shooting yet. Okay, finally starts shooting. So not shooting as Frost gives you more mobility, which can actually be a good move, especially against Sun, but not in the way Jahvaro plays. Or at least I say that, but I mean not especially in the way Jahvaro plays, because what I imagine is like people like iLLy will sometimes just not press any buttons as Frost and just charge towards you. Okay, so that is pressing a button, but not press any attacks, I mean. Anyway, Jahvaro does get the first hit, but stun waves inside a basic. Max is going to chase Jahvaro down a bit, and gets another hit. Nice wide dodges. Just need that Max is ready for those wides, because Jahvaro hasn't been using that many of them. Just good awareness by Max, I think. Alright, and that's another hit by Max. One more to win the card. Good dispel. Max not taking any risks. Really wants to win this one after all the effort put in last game. And Max does take the card. Oh, sorry, the score is... What? Why does it say 1-1? That's really odd. It should say 1 in favor of Jahvaro. Hold up. Let me try resetting the score real quick. Okay, let me give Jahvaro a point. It's giving both of them points. Hold up. What if I try resetting again? Giving Max a point. It does nothing. Uh-oh, something must be wrong with the files. Hold on a minute, let me check this out. Mothman? Oh dear. Yeah, apparently that file is not linked correctly right now. because if it were, then the score for Jahvaro would not affect both sides of the match, like it did just there. I'm gonna keep it at 0-0 for now. I can relink it? How do I do that? Hold up. Let me see if I can figure it out. Oh, I think I found it. Okay. I think I figured it out. Let's see if this works. Yes, it worked! Okay. Problem solved. That's a relief. Sorry if it wasn't working properly earlier, guys. Either way, Jahvaro has evened up the cards, and the walls are closing in once again. Max really wanting to win this one. Nice. Ooh, but good hit by Jahvaro in return. Jahvaro's timing with the rolls out of those basics is really neat. Jahvaro must have a really good mastery of that basic timing. I feel like that could have been a hit by Max. I wouldn't have rolled into the corner, or moved into the corner rather, if I were Jahvaro. Either way, Max doesn't get a hit there, but does get a hit later on. There's a bit of a wall. Jahvaro rolls out of it. Nice dodge by Max! Alright, Jahvaro gets hit. Tying up the score once again. Jahvaro does a surprise wide and catches Max with it. One more hit and Jahvaro takes the set. But Max is ready for the wides this time. And ready for the stun wave. Max needs to put more wides on the screen though, because Jahvaro is getting out of these setups pretty easily, although Jahvaro bonks a basic. Max rather, does an emergency wide as dispel rather, as Jahvaro stun waves. And Jahvaro runs into a basic. The score is now 1-1. Thanks for pointing out the score thing, by the way, iLLy. I appreciate that. Alright, last game of the set. Longest set so far. Both in terms of game count and in terms of actual time spent on each game. Nice dodge by Jahvaro on those diamonds. Alright, and we are at min walls. Nice escape by Jahvaro, but nice move by Max too. And that does get the first hit of the set, of the game rather, not the set. Alright, Max unfortunately runs into a basic. Jahvaro stun waves too early though. Ooh, Max runs into a wide. Nice move by Max. Jahvaro just barely escaping with that roll. Max unfortunately running into another basic. Ooh, nice last minute dispel by Max. Min walls are coming back, but just as I say that, Jahvaro scores a hit with a wide. Jahvaro faking out Max a bit, moving backward, but going in a little more aggressive than we usually see from Jahvaro. Definitely some interesting moves by Jahvaro there. By the way, if Max wins this card, then every card will have gone to, or every game will have gone to the third card. So if you've been on the edge of your seat like me, I don't need to remind you of that. Alright, Jahvaro gets a hit on Max. Just needs 3 more to win the set. Alright, Jahvaro gets another hit on Max. Now bringing Max down to 2 lives. Both players just going in circles, trying to dodge everything. Trying to make the situation easier for themselves. Max had a bunch of wides, but they all just went off the screen. Nice dodge by Max. Max knowing that he needed to dodge there to get a leg up in this game. Unfortunately, Jahvaro gets a stun on Max and brings Max down to 1 heart. Can Max tie things up? No, unfortunately, Jahvaro takes the last heart, and that is the end of the set. Good job, Jahvaro, but well fought by Max as well. That was a very close set. Alright. I will put in the score. It is 2-1 in favor of Jahvaro. Also, hello Arcea, good to see you. Alright, I think we are gonna stream losers round 1. So we'll have AC versus AxemJinx and then HoboDessert versus Max. Only moderately wounded today. That's good, I guess. Whoops. Alright. This is a battle between two players who joined during patch 4. It all comes down to this. One of them is about to be eliminated from the final tournament of 2023. Alright, AC is going to use Worm against Jinx's Frost. Slow start. AC trying to get as close as possible to throw out some basics. Unfortunately, Jinx's basic catch is AC first. Oh, did I call this the final tournament of 2023? Look, I may have been wrong about that, but it's the end of year tournament. Okay, it's the end of year tournament. Versus tournament will be the true send off, sure, but okay. What I meant was that, well, I was wrong, but I did mean to imply some significance of one of them being about to be eliminated from 2023's Invitational. That is what I meant to say. AC unfortunately not able to land a hit yet. Look, this may not be the true final tournament of 2023, but it's what all the other ones have been boiling down to. Let's put it that way. I'll give myself a little credit for hosting this one. Unfortunately, Jinx gets another hit, but the arena's getting smaller, and AC just got his first hit of the set. I think. Unless AC got some hits last card that I missed. Unfortunately, Jinx takes the last hit, and that's one game for Jinx. Okay, this is the expert send-off, although AC might not technically be considered an expert yet, but I mean, come on. We all know AC deserved to be in this tournament. Having said that, Jinx is just doing too good of a job dodging those basics. Or it's not that time, though. AC gets the first hit of the game. Alright, Jinx gets 2 hits in a row. Alright. Jinx takes the first card. After taking a hit, Jinx makes a comeback. Jinx trying to go for an early sun, but AC not having any of it. Alright, this is AC's tournament life. And that is going to be it. Jinx moves on to the next round. But very well played by AC. Didn't get that many hits in, but put up a good fight against Jinx's Frost and iLLy, being iLLy in general. I think AC put on a good showing for a pretty tough bracket. Okay, HoboDessert versus Max is next. Oh, I forgot to change the scoreboard. Whoops. But as expected, we are going to see Sun versus Red Hood. Max diving right in there for some melee. Nice hit by Hobo, though. Ooh, good little diamond dash by Max. I can say this name right, I promise. Okay, unfortunately, Hobo runs into a basic. Alright, Hobo not quite able to get Max against the wall, although... Ooh, Max almost catches Hobo with the tipper disval and Vanish saves Hobo just in time. And another hit on Hobo. And the breakfast setup finishes the job for Max. Okay, Max charging some diamonds, forcing out Vanish. Just what you want to see as Sun. But Hobo is going to try to stay in mid-range to prevent another hit from happening. Does prevent its diamond setup, but does get hit, although hits Max immediately afterwards. Lands on diamonds, though. This is happening too fast for me to keep up with. Hobo lingers in that basic for a little too long. Good Vanish. Good Dispel, though. And the... Ooh, I thought those Focus Knives were going to catch Max, but they did not. The basic does, though. And the diamonds get the final hit on Hobo. Max takes game 1. Whoops, I messed up the scoreboard for a minute, but I fixed it. Alright, good dodges by both players in melee range. Unfortunately, Max stands right in the line of fire from the edge of basic, which of course is actually a wide. Red Hood, of course, being well known to have 3 wides. Alright, Max running into a laser, and Hobo has a bit of an advantage, but unfortunately Max's breakfast special catches Hobo. And another breakfast special.
This is looking like Max is set to win, but we'll see what Hobo can do.
Max doesn't want all those projectiles to be dodged, pulls out the Dispel, and catches Hobo. Alright, and Max catches Hobo with a wide. This is Hobo's tournament life, and the breakfast finishes the job. Max is the winner. Okay, we'll have iLLy versus Jay next. Well done, Hobo. You put up a good fight this tournament. But also well done to Max for winning that game, that set. Alright, here we go. Alright, it's gonna be Storm versus Frost. Jay bringing out an old favorite this tournament. We'll see how Jay's able to do against this Storm. Alright, Storm takes the first hit on Jay. And another hit. Jay trying carefully to avoid those wides. Nice hit by Jay. Jay almost rolling out of there just in time, unfortunately runs into a wide. And another wide. That's very unfortunate. Alright, the basics hit the first hit on Jay. And another hit. Those tap basics doing a lot of work for iLLy this game. Whoa! I don't know what that was, but somehow Jay managed to land a hit, although iLLy charges the basic in Jay's face right afterwards. And Jay runs into a wide, meaning iLLy takes game 1. Okay, Jahvaro needs some time, so we're gonna potentially stream other matches. Alright, returning to character select. Alright. Yeah, you can start. We're just waiting for Jahvaro. Alright, Jay gonna stick with Frost. Nice! Good hit by Jay. Unfortunately, Storm Charge is a basic in Jay's face. How did iLLy do that? Well, either way. Nice hit by Jay. I think iLLy's timing was just a little off there. Alright, and Jay gets another hit. Ooh, Jay gets stunned but hit by the basic. Jay's not gonna like that. Ooh, nice dodge by Jay. And by iLLy, actually. Alright, and Jay takes the card. Alright, iLLy charges the basic in Jay's face. That gets the first hit of this card. Nice flash step. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a bit of a predicament. Alright, Jay gets the first hit. Storm just dancing around the frost. Good stun wave. Good dodges by iLLy. Alright, Jay takes a hit. It's 3-3. It's 1-1. That happened faster than I could even react to. Oh no. Jay gets caught in the basic, and that is going to be it. iLLy wins 2-0. Oh, I don't say that, Jay. Well, I can understand the distaste for Storm, though. It is what it is. That being said, I think what we're gonna do is have Jahvaro versus Max next. Okay, we're gonna wait a bit. We'll see if Jahvaro comes back. And otherwise, Okay, if Jay's ready to play again, I will ping Max. Alright, here they go. Okay. Moving aside from all that, looks like another Frost versus Sun. We'll see if Max can overcome this one. It's going to be a very different Frost style. Jay's getting right in there. Unfortunately, that doesn't work out for Jay in that particular occasion. Alright, Max bonks into some basics. I wouldn't really call that a bonk, honestly, but... Another basic hit on Max. Ooh, nice stun by Jay. I thought it got Max for a second. Max ties up the score. Ooh, Jay stuns as the basic activates. And Max gets the final hit. Alright. Nice catch by Jay with that wide. And another wide. I didn't even see that one. Ooh, good hit by Max. And good read by Max too, getting through Jay like that. Another hit on Jay. But Max gets hit by the side wide. Suddenly Jay might be back in this. Whoa, nice move by Max, but unfortunately Max gets hit by basic immediately after I say that. Oh no! Jay caught in the Tipper Dispel. Nice stun by Jay. Max not quite able to land that breakfast. Nice dodges by Max. Okay, Jay stuns inside a basic and gets hit. Max takes hit by those basics though, and it's 2-2. Yet another tense Frost versus Sunset, and this is the second time it involves Max. Max gets a nice hit with that wide. Jay just barely rolling out of that basic. Barely rolling out of that breakfast. Alright, Max running into some basics. Emergency Dispel. Max really not wanting to lose on last heart, last card again. And it happens. Max takes the game. It's 1 point for Max. And Jahvaro is back, so that'll be nice. Ooh, nice hit by Jay. Max trying to catch Jay with those wides, but Jay goes right through him. Good diamond placement. Jay stuns his way out of it though. Ooh, stunning inside the focus basic, unfortunately. Max has a bit of a wall. It's not really much of a wall. Jay goes right through it and catches Max with some basics. And some more basics. This is looking pretty good for Jay. Alright. Jay gets the final hit and wins the card. Ooh, good dodges by Max against the wall. Oh no, that's really unfortunate. I'm not even sure what hit Jay there, but either way, we're down to the last card once again. Alright, Jay gets the first hit on Max. Ooh, that was a funky roll by Jay. Or at least it looked funky in Spectator. Alright, Jay gets another hit on Max. And at this rate, we are going to see a game 3. Ooh. Just barely hitting the wide. That's one game for Jay, and the score is 1-1. Uh-oh. That's unfortunate. Alright. Last game. This is one player's last game of the tournament. Question is, who will it be? And this time, since they are both experts, I can confidently say it will be one player's last game of 2023. Alright, it's already getting down to min walls. Despite Jay's style being different from Jahvaro's, some of the results are remaining the same, although Max just took 2 bonks. Again, I keep calling Frost's basic hits bonks, but that's not entirely accurate. That was a clean card by Jay. Max needs to make some things up if he wants to stay in this tournament. Alright, it's 3-3. Ooh. Looked almost like Max just saved Jay there, but I'm not entirely sure. Jay might have rolled in time. Ooh, good dodges by Max. Fortunately, Jay gets a nice close-up basic. Alright, Jay runs into a wide. This could be a comeback for Max. And this is... last card, once again. Ooh, double hit. But this is still in Jay's favor. Alright, Max even things up. But Max needs to defend with some wides, has to use Dispel instead. Another double hit! And it's down to the last heart, but Jay gets the stun and finishes the job. And that is 2-1 in favor of Jay. Good job to Jay for winning the set. Good job to Max as well. You had a good run this tournament. Okay, we are going to have Kewpie versus Jahvaro next. Jahvaro is requesting Spell Awakened. We'll see what Kewpie says. Oh yeah, we are approaching the 2-hour mark. I started this stream right on the hour, I think. Well, I started the first stream right on the hour. I had to end the stream and start a new one. Surprisingly, they've both already taken some hits. And Kewpie takes another hit, evening the score. Nice roll by Jahvaro. Nice movement in general by Jahvaro, but unfortunately Jahvaro gets trapped there. Wide when maybe basic would have been the better call. Oh no! Oh, that's really unfortunate for Jahvaro. Alright, Jahvaro gets a stun on Kewpie. Sorry, I zoned out a bit. Sorry. Jahvaro at a bit of a deficit here, but fairly easily dodging those tap basics, although not that time, since that tap basic was just plugging the gap. Oh yeah, I do have the flashbang on. Maybe I should turn down the brightness a bit though. Should have set up dark stages, honestly. Should have turned that setting on. Whoops. Now the flashbang does give Jahvaro a bit more power, since it buffs Frost's damage a bit. But unfortunately, Kewpie is still able to take this set. Whoops, I almost gave the game to Jahvaro. Give it to Kewpie instead. Hold up, just reading the chat. Oh, Jahvaro just sneaks under there and gets a hit on Kewpie. When you play a Storm, it's really frustrating when they just go around your basic like that. It feels painful, but I gotta learn to just expect it. Nice tap basics by Kewpie, but they are not enough to catch Jahvaro this time. That wide was, though. Alright, and another wide catches Jahvaro. Not looking so good for Jahvaro. And that's going to be it for the first card. Hey, good job to you, Max. You did really well this tournament. Like, honestly, this is the kind of tournament, the caliber of players where even those who were double eliminated did a pretty good job. Alright, Jahvaro has a bit of an advantage this card. Jahvaro's a bit trapped though. Oh, manages to roll out. And gets another hit on Kewpie. And finishes the job. Alright, we are down to the last card. Opening wide. Nice dodges by Jahvaro. But Jahvaro's going to need a lot more than dodges to win against Kewpie here. Alright. Well, Jahvaro is getting some hits in. That's certainly a start. And another hit. Just one more and Jahvaro evens up the score. Nice roll by Jahvaro. General nice movement by Jahvaro, but really good dodges by Kewpie as well. And look at that. Oh, and that's going to be it. It's 1-1. Alright, both players staying. Oh, that was almost an unfortunate hit on Kewpie there. That was an unfortunate hit on Kewpie, but in a different way. Nice roll. Jahvaro needs to put out some more basics though, to get some more hits on Kewpie. Ooh, Jahvaro barely avoiding those wides. Wow, how did Jahvaro avoid all those wides there? Nice stun. Good dodging by Kewpie. Ooh, Jahvaro gets clipped by a basic. Uh-oh. Bit of lag. That's unfortunate. I hope that's not on my end. It doesn't look like I have any dropped frames. At least not yet. This is unfortunate. Uh-oh. This isn't looking good. Somehow the flashbang doesn't feel so climactic at this point. Okay, maybe it's finally working? Maybe? Oh dear. Well, this is pretty unfortunate, guys. You hate to see it happen during the final match of the set. Okay, looks like they're going at it. Nice dodges by Kewpie, I say, as Kewpie runs into a basic. Well, Kewpie didn't really run into it. The basic kind of ran into Kewpie, but same difference. And Jahvaro wins the card. Uh-oh, this is a tight spot for Jahvaro, but Jahvaro makes it out! Wow. Just had faith that a gap would open up, and it did. Nice hit. Another hit. Ooh, that's not a good spot for Jahvaro. But Jahvaro's still in the lead. Ooh, well there goes the lead. Jahvaro has the card lead, but no longer the heart lead, as the random wide just happens to catch him. You hate to see it. That was a funky dodge by Jahvaro, but it worked out, so hey. Jahvaro possibly waiting for wind walls. Okay, now starting to put out a bit more pressure. Jahvaro always grazing those wides. Wow. Gets another hit on Kewpie, and one more hit will take Kewpie out. Not out of the tournament, mind you, but out of winners. Alright, and that is it. Jahvaro wins the set. Jahvaro asking Kewpie if Kewpie wants a redo. I personally wouldn't think it's necessary based on what happened, but we'll see what Kewpie says. Alright, Kewpie doesn't need it. Alright, Kewpie versus AxemJinx is going to be next. Alright, here we go. Whenever you guys are ready. Wait, did they just pick Spell Awakened again? Oh, no, that was Jewel Box. I saw it incorrectly. Okay, Jinx is going to go with Red Hood against Kewpie's Storm. Seeing a lot of characters from Jinx today. Oh, random wide hit. Random wide hit, but on Jinx this time. Basic gets a hit. They kind of traded basics there, and Kewpie kind of went right through Jinx's basic. Alright. Jinx evening things up. If that had been a focus basic, or focus knife rather, could have been pretty bad for Kewpie. Like, this is what focus knives were built for, so you could sidestep focus knife Storm, for example. Ooh, but Kewpie gets a final hit. Uh-oh. A little bit of lag. I think it's good now, though. Alright, Jinx is winning this card pretty handily so far. Jinx is just dodging these tap basics too easily. Oh, that's unfortunate though. Alright, good job by Jinx taking the card. Unfortunately, Kewpie gets a fairly early hit. Ooh, and another wide hit. Alright, this is looking so good for Jinx all of a sudden. Wow, those basics went right around Jinx, unfortunately. Walls should favor Kewpie a bit, but Jinx's pressure is also going to get a bit stronger, and so we'll see how that comes into play. I think using 6 knives in a row with Vanish is a pretty strong move at small walls, min walls. Oh, but Jinx moves into a basic and Kewpie takes game 1. Nice Vanish by Kewpie. Uh-oh. Pattern cancel. Oh no! Kewpie kind of forced to escape but runs into a wide. Immediately gets a hit on Jinx though. Good Vanish. was a little early, which was probably for the best. Oh no! Jinx didn't escape from that gap in time. That's unfortunate. It is 1-1 now. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, Kewpie needs one more card to win the set. So far it's gonna happen. Looks like it's gonna happen, that is. That's a bit of a wall. Luckily Kewpie was around it. Ooh. Oh no! Kewpie caught by the basic. Nice vanish, just in the nick of time. Ooh, Kewpie runs into a wide. Suddenly Jinx has a shot. And Kewpie runs into another wide, giving Jinx a chance. Ooh, that basic from a clone that I think had gone. It's very unfortunate. Ah, that basic angle was weird. Storm does that to you. And that is going to be it. Well done this tournament, Jinx. You put up a good fight, but alas, Kewpie was too strong. Congratulations to Kewpie for winning the round. Some other fans pointing out, Jahvaro might not have won a set against Kewpie Storm since ADM 61, and Jahvaro won that tournament? That's interesting. Okay, let's take a look at our predictions. Right now, wait, hold up, did I update the bracket? Yes, I did. Right now, in the lead, we have Super Players by Anonymous, which has a 13 score and 31 possible points. Max Bracket Loser Sweep is in second place, though, with 13 score and 26 possible points. They're neck and neck. We'll see how they do. Okay, back to the bracket. We'll have Kewpie versus Jfeather next. Not going to do iLLy versus Jahvaro just yet. Like to do losers round 3 first. Actually, I'm gonna run and grab some water real quick. I'll be right back. I am back. Guess they're still not ready. Alright, here they go. Alright, Jay going with Sun Priestess. Kewpie going with Storm as usual. Kewpie getting the first hit. Ooh, those diamonds fended off Kewpie pretty well. Kewpie can't run through the basic all the way. Takes a hit. Uh-oh. Ooh, nice diamond dodges. Uh-oh. Bit of lag. Uh-oh. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm guessing that Kewpie might be the one who's lagging, since this has happened repeatedly in Kewpie games. Although the last three sets we've seen have all been Kewpie sets, to be fair. So... do I have any dropped frames? No, I do not, so I think it is on one of the players' end. Uh-oh. I guess they quit out. Oh, Kewpie's going to DQ? That's too bad. Alright, Jahvaro, knowing that Jahvaro versus iLLy is already next. Sorry to people whose predictions that messed up, but Kewpie is going to be DQ'd for this. That's too bad. Let me put in the new players. Okay. Alright. It is going to be Storm versus Frost this time. Nice catch by Jahvaro. Oh, and this is going to be a best of 5, by the way, as finals usually are. Another stun wave hit by Jahvaro. And a wide hit. Jahvaro could be winning. Oh. Well, Jahvaro could still be winning this because that stun wave finishes the card. Jahvaro doing exceptionally well against iLLy's Storm. Wide hits, stun wave hits. Ooh, that was the wrong time to stun wave, unfortunately. Good move by iLLy, but Jahvaro is smart enough to get out of it in time. Oh, that one's just unfortunate. Good setup by iLLy, though. Oh no! Jahvaro backing up into a wide. A familiar story. But a sad one nonetheless. Alright, Jahvaro a bit trapped. Manages to get out. Oh, if iLLy had charged there, that could have been it for Jahvaro. It for the card anyway. And that is it for game 1. Jahvaro wins. Moth fan excited to see a fellow Frost winning. Nice. Nice. Wow, Jahvaro. Really showing us how it's done. You know, I had a set against iLLy's Storm where I almost entirely, if not actually entirely, lost the other day. But I realized I was making some mistakes against Storm, like lingering a little too long in certain places. So I actually started learning from it the next day and did even better in my next set against iLLy, which iLLy still mostly won, but I felt like I put up a much better fight. Jahvaro seems to be doing what I've tried to do, but just so much better. I thought that was going to be a double hit, but iLLy gets the hit that time. Nice. Oh no! That's unfortunate. Ooh, I thought that was going to be a whiff. Would have been a very unfortunate Cade stun. Nice stop by... Oh, I thought Jahvaro was getting out of those wides, but just landed in the line of fire of some other wides. That's very unfortunate. Jahvaro's still possibly winning this game, though. Quite close. iLLy just needs one more hit to tie things up, though. Ooh, very unfortunate. That was like an invisible wide almost. Also, sorry, Max. I wanted to give other people a chance for this tournament, and also Rem couldn't make it. So, we're out of Sun players. Unless Jay plays Sun. Jay's still in this, so it's possible. But we'll see some more Sun from Jay. Especially if Jay has to go up against iLLy's Storm. Oh, that's unfortunate. Those wides. Ooh, that's so unfortunate. Well, that's gonna be it. iLLy wins game 2 and the score is now 1-1. Nice hit by Jahvaro. Another nice hit by Jahvaro. Unfortunate wide hit. I don't know, that was kind of a nice wide play by iLLy. It's a little hard to give the Storm credit for wide hits, frankly, but like, you can intentionally hit people with wide sometimes, even as Storm. Like, I always thought, like, I play Sun, right? That's the kind of B character that you try to intentionally land your wide on, because you just plant it. But when you do it as other characters, that's a feeling of power. Except for Frost. I mean, it still feels good as Frost, don't get me wrong. I mean, it feels good as Sun, but Frost's wide is supposed to be intentional as well. It's supposed to be when people move. But when you intentionally land a Worm wide or an Arcanist wide, that just feels good. Either way, iLLy wins this card. And then there's Red and Lich, who, well, it's hard to land their wides intentionally, but Lich can kind of do it. And if you're sneaky with Red, if you're observant with Red, you can kind of hit her wide intentionally. It's not quite the same as Arcanist and Worm and Storm, though. Oh, and I should have thrown Depth into the same category as Sun and Frost, honestly. Wow! I think Kewpie overcommitted a bit there. Or sorry, that's not Kewpie, that's iLLy. I think iLLy overcommitted a bit there. Unfortunately, that was the wrong place to use the stun, and iLLy wins game 3. The score is now 2-1. Ooh, nice surprise wide hit. Alright, there's another hit on the Frost. Ooh, but a wide hit gets iLLy. Ah, Jahvaro didn't get out of there fast enough. Alright, it's another hit on iLLy. It's 1-1. iLLy trying to get in there. If iLLy had charged the basic there, it would have been bad for Jahvaro. Jahvaro stuns in front of the clone a lot, but iLLy doesn't really punish it that often. iLLy just holding down wide, waiting for something to happen. It's not happening. Really good micros by iLLy. Keep forgetting that's not Kewpie playing the Storm. And that's going to be it for card 1. iLLy just needs one more card to go on to Grand Finals. Uh-oh, this is not looking too good for Jahvaro. Good roll, though. iLLy trying to spook Jahvaro into running into a wide. Doesn't work, but that does. And iLLy wins the set. Alright, it is Jahvaro versus Jfeather next. Jahvaro put up a really good fight, though. Alright, here they go. Alright, Jay is fine with the spell Awakened, despite the fact that it'll buff Frost by increasing her DPS. Jay gonna go with Lich. Alright, slow game so far. Just as I say that, of course, Jahvaro gets a hit. Shouldn't have opened my mouth. Alright. Another hit by Jahvaro. Just want to wear down Jay's stamina in this one. Wear it down and fight for space while you can. Alright, Jay claims a little more space with that flower, but takes another hit. It's a bigger flower. It might mean trouble for Jahvaro. But Jahvaro has a pretty big advantage this card, rather. Alright. And a clean card for Jahvaro. Oh no! Jahvaro rolling onto a wide. Ah, that's unfortunate. Well, Jay clearly has his half of the arena. Although Jay's starting to claim a butterfly in the other half, so this is going to be a bit harder for Jahvaro now. Alright, there's a hit on Jay. Another hit on Jay. Jay just keeping the center, not letting Jahvaro run amok. Jahvaro not even trying to run amok though. Kinda just doing his usual thing. Now this is a bit of a tight spot for Jahvaro. That one butterfly is quite a problem, and Jay just made it harder by placing an inconvenient flower. That one butterfly is gone now though. Whoa! Very nice dodges by Jahvaro, but can't keep it up forever, and Jay gets a hit. Jahvaro opting to stay on that side of the arena. and it doesn't pay off. Jahvaro moving as little as possible. Well, not anymore, but he was. They kind of were playing Ring Around the Rosie, weren't they? Kind of are, I should say. Just going in circles around the flowers. Jahvaro getting a little too close to for comfort to those butterflies. I don't know why Jahvaro's doing that. Alright, Jahvaro gets a hit. And another hit. This could be it for Jay. Jahvaro really wants that big flower to go away. Nice dodges by Jahvaro. Oh, that's so unfortunate. But Jahvaro just barely takes the game. And that's one for Jahvaro. Jay switching to depth. Sorry, kinda zoned out there. But it looks like Jay got a hit against Jahvaro, and Jahvaro proceeded to get a stun hit against Jay. Nice roll. Oh, perfect stun wave. Ooh, nice. And another nice hit by Jahvaro. No, Jahvaro, why'd you do that? I know Jahvaro likes to do that, but I wasn't seeing it earlier this tournament. But this game, Jahvaro's been doing that a lot. Can't even call that a cave stun. That's just what's it called? Drifting. Ooh, nice hit by Jay. Ooh, nice move. Ooh. Nice dodge by Jay, getting around that stun wave. But that's going to be it, and Jahvaro takes game 2. Jay going back to Lich. Jahvaro charging right in there, maybe to surprise Jay a bit, but it does not land a hit. Ah, that's unfortunate for Jay. Unfortunate for Jahvaro there, though. Oh no! That's not good. Alright, we're at endgame. Nice hit by Jahvaro. Ooh, good move by Jay.
frost moment.
That's just a frost moment. What else can be said? Ooh, yeah, that was a bit of a tight corner. Yeah, I don't know how Jahvaro's gonna get out of that one. This is Jay's game to lose right now. This is not looking good for Jahvaro. And that's going to be one game for Jay. Score is 2-1. We're moving on to game 4. Hello, Raikaria. The green character, she has 2 different types of bullets, actually. She has, well, actually, technically 3. She has the unfocused basic variant, the attack she's using right now, the focused basic variant, and the wide. But she also has a dodge roll and a stun wave. So the wide is the attack where she uses like a bunch of bullets that travel orthogonally to each other. I don't know how to describe it really, but you'd know it if you saw it. Alright, that big flower going away is good news for Jahvaro. Oh, but Jay's about to... Oh! Good hit by Jahvaro, getting it at just the right time, and gets a stun wave on Jay. Unfortunately gets trapped by a wide ring. Alright, Jahvaro just needs one more hit, but this is looking like a pretty good situation for Jay. Now Jay also just needs one more hit. Jahvaro just focusing on dodging. Gets to a safer area at least. Ah, that's rough. Alright, Jahvaro gets the first hit of the card. But it's a little late to gain that much ground against Jay. Jahvaro's got a fairly good rhythm going on here. Alright, finally gets a hit on Jay. Tries to get a Kewpie stun wave, but it doesn't work. And that wide is an inconvenient place, but Jay Feather refreshes it actually. Probably didn't realize how inconvenient that one wide was for Jahvaro. Alright, Jahvaro needs one more hit. And he gets it. Yeah, Kewpie had to DQ for connection. It's unfortunate. So the giant orb covering the battlefield is Lich's defensive special. It eats everything except for intangible bullets. I shouldn't even call them bullets because they're intangible. And it's a really busted move. But it just lingers on the field for a long time. Ooh, nice wide! Wow! Very good move by Jahvaro there. Jahvaro, why aren't you shooting? You gotta shoot! You gotta shoot! I don't know what that was about, but either way, Jahvaro's shooting again. Jay trying to get in there and place an annoying flower, but overextends a bit. This is Jay's last life. Jay's tournament life, in fact. Jay has to get 3 hits on Jahvaro to stay in this thing. Is that gonna be it? Yes! Jahvaro takes the game and the set 3-1. Alright, it's going to be iLLy versus Jahvaro again. Alright, whenever they're ready. Oh, hello, Moo. Good to see you here. Maybe Jahvaro was just having fun with dodging. You had a good run, Jay. I didn't get to respond to Jay because I was too focused on something else. But yeah, Jay, you had a great run. Glad to have you here, and thanks for playing today. Alright, here we go. Storm vs. Frost Grand Finals. You've seen Jahvaro deliberately stay in horrible lich setups just to dodge more. Personally, I wouldn't have done that during losers finals of an invitational, but sometimes you gotta do what you love. So I respect it. Ooh, very unfortunate. Okay, my commentary battery is running out, so might not do the best job with this, but I can say either way that this is going to be an engaging grand finals rather. The winners finals version of this matchup was pretty exciting. Jahvaro's been in a lot of exciting matchups this tournament actually. That set with Max was amazing. Probably one of the best sets of the whole tournament. In fact, another best set of the whole tournament was winners finals, honestly. Alright, that's another hit on Jahvaro. Well guys, let me just say, 2023 has really had its ups and downs as far as the community has gone. I've had my ups and downs as far as M&S has gone, but I think this was a pretty good year for the community overall. Let's make 2024 even better though. We'll have at least 2 invitationals next year, I guarantee it. Because I'm sure there will be more. And even if nobody else hosts one, I'll host 2. I'm making that promise. There's going to be at least 2 invitationals next year, you know, no matter what. And my series Maiden and Spell tournament, which is at 20 entries right now, is going to get more. I do intend to host more Maiden and Spell tournaments. Alright, Jahvaro running into a wide, unfortunately. iLLy running into a wide immediately after, though. I am not hosting a January 1st Invitational. I am sorry. What? That was funny. Ah, okay. One game for iLLy. Who would even show up to January 1st Invitational? Oh, is Bracket Reset turned on? Yes, it is. So if Jahvaro wins this, we are going to have another Grand Finals. Ooh, unfortunate. Jahvaro couldn't roll out of there in time. So I'm gonna say something else, guys. A number of people, myself included, have seen what M&S has done as a video game and want to make more games in the same genre as M&S. There's nothing quite like it, and no, AOS 2 does not count. Fight me. No, I've disagreed with people on that before. I do not think AOS 2 is the same genre as M&S. I want to make more games that are like M&S. I want there to be more games that are like M&S, I should say. I don't want to make that many more games myself, but I am working on something. Though I'm gonna have to restart some of it, because I lost some of my progress when my laptop died. But that's okay. That's not going to be a problem. What was I saying? Recently, it's come to my attention that I have the ability to branch out into more fighting games besides just M&S. I could play other games that are not M&S, and competitively, and maybe I could play them well with enough practice. But no other fighting game is like M&S. That includes you, AOS 2. And I want there to be more games like it in the future. So let me just say what I was getting at, which is that I hope this community will stick around for other bullet hell battlers. I hope this community will evolve into a community that might enjoy other similar games. And I think that would be really cool in the future. Not necessarily ones that I'm making, because that would be like... I don't think that would be done until like 2026 at the earliest. But I think there are other games like M&S that are going to be coming along the line sooner than we think. And when they come out, I think it's going to be... something a lot of us in this community can enjoy. So I hope that's something that we as a community could maybe enjoy together. I just wanted to throw that out there. You guys aren't obligated to do anything, of course, but like, I'd love to see some familiar faces in other communities for other new games that come out in the coming years. Because I think we can all agree, M&S may have its flaws, but the concept is amazing, and it needs to be done again. Ooh, very unfortunate for Jahvaro. Now they're just having fun. I mean, the game's supposed to be fun, so you know what? Fair enough. Very good dodges by iLLy there. And that's going to be it for game 2. iLLy needs one more game to win the whole tournament. Oh, Sealy asks any examples. There was at least one attempt to make a Toho fan game that was in a similar style, I think, though I don't know how similar it was to M&S because I never got a chance to play it. We could ask iLLy later. I think iLLy's played it. Also, I think Frog from the M&S community is making a similar game, and I would also like to make a similar game, but that will not be for a good while. Yeah, Frog was definitely making one. And I think this should become a genre with several different games with their own standout features. Wait, I just barely looked away. How did Jahvaro take a card off iLLy already? Well, no matter. Good job, Jahvaro. Uh-oh. See if Jahvaro can take this game. Sealy, have you played Toho before? The Toho games, except for the few newest ones, are great. Unfortunate for Jahvaro there. Nope. Okay, I'd highly recommend playing the Toho games starting with 6. You'd have a lot of fun with them, I bet. Everything except for 17 and 18, I would highly recommend. And there's also a 19, but that's a versus battler. Not an M&S style game, mind you. I thought Jahvaro was going to take the hit there. Ooh, that's a very unfortunate double hit on Jahvaro there. Jahvaro's still winning this game though, so far. Jahvaro manages to take the game. Score is now 2-1. Skipping Touhou 6. So the reason I don't recommend skipping Touhou 6 is because it teaches too many valuable lessons that get used in later games. But like, I will admit skipping Touhou 6 is a reasonable path. And Touhou 7 is one of the greatest video games of all time. So, 7 and 8 both. I think Touhou 6 is a lot of fun though. So I wouldn't want to skip it. Well, if you hated playing it, then I mean, to each their own. It's going to depend on the person. It's a dated game, I will admit that. I really hope they're not intentionally going for a bracket reset, because I'm getting hungry. I don't think iLLy would do that to me again. Last time that happened, I almost quit running tournaments. Ooh, that's a very unfortunate hit on Jahvaro there. Alright, that's gonna be one card for iLLy. There's no intentional reset. Okay, fair enough. You didn't like 11? That's too bad. 11 is my favorite video game of all time. But understandable if it is on the difficult side. Although I personally think it's the fairest Touhou game. If you rank every game by how difficult everything is, then SA ranks the lowest in my opinion. Every other game has something that's harder than anything in SA. That's just my opinion, though. Touhou 10.5 is a time. I'm not saying it's not hard. 11 is one of the harder games to beat. It's just one of the fairer games, in my opinion. It doesn't throw absolute bullshit at you. It doesn't throw 6 green books at you. Ooh, nice move by Jahvaro there. iLLy just needs one more hit to win the whole thing. But Jahvaro just needs one more hit to bring it to the next card. This is really tense. Ooh, not looking good for Jahvaro. Kewpie just lost, or it's not Kewpie, iLLy just lost the clone. Oh, and the random wide finishes the job. That is it. iLLy is the winner of the Maiden and Spell 2023 Year's End Invitational. Congratulations, iLLy. Let me put in the score. Very well fought by Jahvaro. And that means the winning prediction is, in fact, Supa Players, the anonymous prediction. So that's just gonna be that, I suppose. Well, whoever made that prediction, congratulations. Okay, Sealy, if you don't like bombs, just don't press the bomb button. There are challenge runs called no bomb runs, and you can just do that if you find that more interesting. You can just play no bomb by default. A lot of bombs are used for scoring. Some games don't use bombs very much, though. I think. Well, is that true? I don't know. Actually, most games use bombs for scoring. But anyway, that's it. Congratulations to iLLy for winning the Invitational. You fought really hard, iLLy, and you deserve it. Congratulations to Jahvaro for putting up a great fight against iLLy and winning second place. I guess I'll press the end the tournament button now. Jahvaro in third place put up quite a fight. Kewpie in fourth place, unfortunate disqualification, but hopefully Kewpie's internet will get better. Kewpie had a pretty good showing this tournament. Max and AxemJinx tied for fifth place. Both of them put up really good fights, I think. Max had some amazing sets, like with Jahvaro and with Jahvaro, I think. Yeah, that's right. And last but not least, tied for 7th place are AC and HoboDessert. Both got double eliminated, but don't discount them. They're both excellent players and put up quite a fight this tournament. Thank you so much to everyone for watching this tournament, and thank you to everyone who participated, especially. I really appreciate you guys. I'm glad we had a fun event. I think it was pretty fun, at least. And congratulations again to iLLy. I'm gonna end the stream now. I will see you guys next time in 2024 probably, unless maybe I'll be around for Versus tournament tomorrow. I won't be playing in it, of course, but I guess I'll see you guys then. Have a good night, guys, and have a good rest of your year.